Terrorism is a global scourge. Both Pakistan and Afghanistan were hit by terror attacks today, where over 20 lives were lost. A polio eradication center in Pakistan's Quetta was hit by a suicide bomber, and the Pakistani consulate in Jalalabad was targeted by Islamic State. Clearly, Pakistan is feeling the pinch of a menace it has long been accused of spreading in its neighborhood. It even had a dubious distinction in US President Barack Obama's final State of the Union address. Here's our report.
Two South Asian nations rocked by terror the same day, reflecting its global menace status. Afghanistan is plagued by the Taliban and some other similar groups, and Pakistan has been a refuge of terrorists of myriad hues for long. At least 14 people have been killed and 10 injured in a suicide bombing at a polio eradication center in western Pakistan's Quetta city on Wednesday. Most of those killed are Afghan security personnel. No terrorist outfit has claimed responsibility for the bombing so far. In eastern Afghanistan's Jalalabad, another suicide bombing followed by gunfire targeted the Pakistani consulate. 7 security personnel were killed in this attack.
I was sitting here and saw 2 people arrive on a motorbike in this area. One of them got out of the motorbike and opened fire on police. They were dressed in police uniforms and carrying ammunition. We escaped.
The Jalalabad area was surrounded soon after the explosion and shooting began. The terrorists were holed up in a home close to the Pak consulate. The encounter that followed with security forces ended with the elimination of 2 terrorists. The Pakistani consulate is very close to the Indian consulate, though it was not the target of this attack. Earlier, India's consulate at Mazar-e-Sharif was targeted last week. It has now been revealed that the Pak army had a hand in the Mazar-e-Sharif attack. Afghanistan's Balkh province police chief Kamal Sadat has said, "We saw with our own eyes, and I can say 99% that those attackers were from Pakistani military and used special tactics while conducting their operation." Last week also saw Indian Air Force's base at Pathankot being attacked by terrorists whose track seemed to be leading back to Pakistan. It's with such terror incidents in mind that US President Barack Obama made his final State of Union address, where he said that political uncertainty will prevail in several parts of the world, including Afghanistan and Pakistan. He expressed grave concern over the challenge posed to the world by terrorism.
Priority number 1 is protecting the American people and going after terrorist networks. Both Al-Qaeda and now ISIL pose a direct threat to our people. We have to take them out. But as we focus on destroying ISIL, over-the-top claims that this is World War III just play into their hands.
US President termed both the Al-Qaeda and ISIS as major threats to the US, which will continue fighting them.
For even without ISIL, even without Al-Qaeda, instability will continue for decades in many parts of the world. In the Middle East, in Afghanistan and parts of Pakistan, in parts of Central America and Africa and Asia. We just need to call them what they are: killers and fanatics.
The message is unmistakable. Terrorism is a global problem, and the world needs to combat it unitedly without any compromises. Newsnight Desk, DD News.